Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. Welcome to Friendship Shaving. Welcome to the kitchen. I hope you're doing well today. I've got something I'd like to share with you. You can see the box down there. I've bought this recently for a very good price indeed. It is a Gillette 460 set from 1917. And let me just show you the box because it has the United States export stamp on it. And that says made in Boston, USA, copyright 1915. You can see there is also one on the back with the serial number of the razor that's inside stamped on the box. Now this came from France, and the information I have from a gentleman called David Place, who is part of the Vintage Gillette Safety Razor group on Facebook, tells me that Gillette set up a factory and a warehouse in Paris in the summer of 1914. Unfortunately, World War I started shortly after, and by the autumn of 1914 that factory was boarded up and closed. The factory in England then became the main provider for Europe, but by 1915 that English factory was closed as well, and Gillette, never one to lose a market, stepped up production in America and directly exported the razors abroad. Hence the stamp on the box. Now this was really very dirty when I got it. And some of the things that I used to try and clean it I've got here. So I used a smoke sponge, and I believe in America they are called chem sponges. The idea is that you dab it onto the dirt and the vulcanized rubber picks up pieces of dirt off the surface. It didn't really work, I have to say. I have a white rubber or eraser with no oil in this one. Staedtler are a very good company. You can grate that with like a Parmesan grater and rub the rubber onto the surface, and gradually that picks up the dirt. That didn't really work very well either, and I have a kneadable artist eraser that is a little bit stickier, so but must admit that didn't work either. Now I got those ideas from a philatelist group that are experienced in cleaning stamps, but I found the best thing was just a cotton bud on a piece of cardboard stick, and I got some dish detergent on that, some washing up liquid, then I dipped it in water, and then I just pressed it onto a piece of kitchen paper just to draw most of the moisture out of the cotton bud, and then it was just a case of working on each little bit and wiping it off with the dry end of the bud. And it took quite a while, but the amount of dirt I got off was unbelievable, especially on the stamp. The stamp was particularly dirty, and it's far cleaner than it was, but I've got to the point where I don't feel I want to clean that anymore. I think I've gone as far as I can go. So this is the box. Should we have a look at the razor? Now you can see on the end of the box it has the number 460 on both sides, so it's definitely a 460 safety razor set. You can see some marks on this part of the box where fingers were placed to pull the lid off, but this has been kept remarkably well. This is as I got it. I've literally just gone over the surface of the box with a bud. There was hardly any dirt on this. It really has been kept in great condition by having the box. So here is the internal case. You can see it has got the Gillette popper, and this part here is the bit where it normally breaks. The leather goes after continued use. The popper is like new. It's not so easy to get off. And I've tried to do that very carefully because I don't want to bend this up. Inside, you can see we've got an information booklet. And this really is immaculate. Didn't clean this. Everything now you're seeing is how I received it. But this is immaculate. It still has the staple, and I have a spare one of these, and it is not in any kind of condition like this. So this one really is incredible. And inside here, the information from Gillette is translated into a number of languages, including Russian, Italian, French, Spanish. So quite a little bit of information there. The razor itself, there we are, there's the set. And you can see that the stamp on the inside of the lid is beautifully kept. The razor, as I say, this is how I received it. It is absolutely immaculate. On the underside, it says Made in USA, and there is the Gillette trademark diamond. It doesn't have known the world over. Some of the earlier ones did have. Wait till you see the razor blade inside this, because I've never seen a razor blade look like this. Now this is a French razor blade, Mogador razor blade from Galeries Lafayette. Now it's a department store that is still open today, still going strong in Paris. And I've been in that store, and there's a champagne bar there that overlooks the store, and you look up into the dome of a beautiful glass roof. And I shared half a bottle of champagne there with somebody that I love very much. And this old razor blade comes from that department store. Quite incredible. Look at the condition. Fantastic. I'll just put that back on there. And I'm trying not to put the cap down on anything hard. I really want to keep this in beautiful condition. On the inside of the lid there, and I don't know if you can see, maybe you get a little bit of an idea there, but there is the serial number D862479, and that matches the number on the box. So I've definitely got the right razor for that box. What's really quite interesting is that this razor doesn't have the letter G inside a letter D, which Gillette enthusiasts most associate with an exported razor. But that is my 1917 old type razor, single ring, in just the most amazing condition. There are a few razor blades in here. There is the Mogador from Galeries Lafayette, and there are a couple of old Gillette blades. Now the Gillette blades got a little bit of rust on them, so I wonder if they've been put there from somewhere else. In here we have another pack of Gillette blades, but they're in a very early sort of waxed paper, oiled paper perhaps, and these razor blades are in much better condition. There we are, that box has a little mark out the corner. And look how clean it is. I've done nothing to this box, it's incredible. There we are. Now we'll close that up. Oh, don't forget the booklet. We'll put that in. I have to pop it. If it doesn't pop, it won't fit correctly in the box. Now, I am mostly interested in collecting the vintage British Gillette razors. But I do, as some of you will know, have a few American razors. It is literally just a few. But I thought this one with the export stamp was really something special. I've never seen one like this with this stamp, and it is an actual stamp, you know, like a postage stamp. So to have a box with one on the front and on the back, I think is something quite special. I'm just interested in this, and if you have any more information, I'd love to hear from you if you know anything about the factory in Britain. I believe it opened up initially in 1906. Love to know more about that, and the factory in France as well. So yeah, if you were able to find out any information and pass it on, I'd be very interested. But I thought you'd appreciate seeing this. This is my number 460 set. It will go in my display case just as it is. Thanks for joining me. You take care, and I will see you very soon or a shave. Bye bye now.